The year is 1783. The American Revolution is effectively over, but the Treaty of Paris has yet to be signed. Washington and his army are camped at Newburgh, New York. The soldiers, weary from years of fighting without pay, are growing restless. Congress, under the Articles of Confederation, has been slow to address their grievances, and many feel they are being ignored. A group of officers, led by General Horatio Gates, begins to stir up a mutiny. They draft a series of anonymous, inflammatory letters that call for the army to take matters into their own hands, to either march on Congress or refuse to disband until their demands are met. The threat is real. An armed, victorious army under a popular and respected commander could easily overthrow the fledgling government and install a military dictatorship. Many in the army, including some of Washington's most trusted lieutenants, feel it is the only way to ensure they are compensated for their sacrifices. Washington, upon learning of the conspiracy, is deeply troubled. He recognizes the legitimacy of his soldiers' frustrations, but he also sees the grave danger they are facing. He knows that if the army turns against the government, the principles they fought for, liberty, a government of the people, by the people, will be lost. The revolution will have been in vain. Rather than confront the ringleaders directly or use force, Washington decides on a more dramatic and personal approach. He calls a meeting of his officers on March 15, 1783. The atmosphere in the assembly hall is tense and hostile. Washington enters the room and begins to read a prepared speech. He speaks of their shared sacrifices, their shared victory, and their shared future. He reminds them of the principles for which they have fought. But he can tell his words aren't fully sinking in. The officers remain skeptical, their resentment simmering. Then Washington stops reading. He fumbles in his pocket and pulls out a pair of spectacles. He puts them on and says, almost to himself, "Gentlemen, you must pardon me. I have grown gray in your service and now find myself growing blind." The effect is immediate and profound. Many of the officers had never seen their stoic, imposing commander in spectacles before. This simple human gesture, this admission of a physical weakness, breaks through the wall of anger and resentment. It reminds them that he is not just their general, but a fellow human being who has sacrificed just as much as they have. It's a moment of pure, unscripted humility. The officers, many of them with tears in their eyes, are moved. The mutiny is averted, and the officers agree to Washington's plea for patience and loyalty to Congress. Washington's quiet act of humility, his willingness to show a personal vulnerability to his men, saved the American experiment. It demonstrated his profound commitment to the idea that a republic must be governed by civilians and not by the military, and it cemented his legacy as a leader who truly put country before self.